Hello everybody and welcome to the June edition of the EPALE webcasts. Let's start our news roundup with the EU. A few days ago, the European Commission organised the first implementation dialogue for the European education area. These dialogues are a way for the European Commissioners to get direct input on how to improve the way that EU policies and programmes are implemented. This one, it was an opportunity to engage directly with Commission Vice President Roxana Mințatu, and the results will be publicly available. The European Training Foundation Community of Innovative Educators have organised the kick-off meeting of the new Learning Club on Teacher Professional Development, or TPD, that took place on the 30th of April. Participants exchanged the experience on TPD systems across countries, shared some good practices, and co-created recommendations to shape the future of teacher development. Now, let's turn to the EPALE community and some news from there. The European Basic Skills Network invites you to an event entitled From Evidence to Action, Advancing Adult Basic Skills for Tackling Inequalities. It's going to take place between the 18th and 20th of June. Recent PIAC surveys show alarming declines in foundational skills, particularly affecting older adults, migrants, and those from disadvantaged backgrounds. So there's a lot of work that needs to be done there. You can find out more details on EPALE and in the comments section. Now let's turn to literacy. UNESCO is now accepting nominations for the 2025 International Literacy Prizes, which focus this year on promoting literacy in the digital era. With 754 million adults worldwide still lacking basic literacy skills, these prestigious awards recognize exceptional initiatives that combine traditional literacy with digital competencies. And on the 8th of September, that's the International Literacy Day, they will be awarding 6 prizes. So be aware the deadline is the 13th of June for you to submit your application, so you'd need to work fast on that. So let's turn now to AI, which is one of the 2025 thematic focuses for the EPALE community. It's used more and more in education and workplaces. And with tools like ChatGPT now common in adult learning environments, educators and learners have to deal with complex ethical challenges around the validity of information, intellectual honesty, and responsible use. The European AI Act places humans at the centre, and it requires oversight of high-risk AI systems in education while mandating AI literacy for informed decision-making. On the EPALE website, we have an article by Professor Marcela Milana, which argues that developing comprehensive AI capabilities, and not just technical skills, is essential for ethical AI use in educational settings. And she also highlights the importance of developing voluntary codes of conduct for educational providers. Now, a good framework is a description of something called the Intelligent Age by Luisa Esposita from the EIT campus. And by the way, these are 2 articles that are part of a new resource kit on AI that's about to be released on the EPALE platform. Now, the article to the link on the EPALE website is right here. And today I'm really excited that our guest is going to join us, and that's Louisa. She's going to tell us a little bit more. So hello and welcome, Louisa.
Hello.
So let's start by just giving us a little bit of background information. What is the EIT campus?
Well, the EIT Campus is a EU initiative. It's an online platform that brings together courses on education, sustainability, innovation, business, and technology in the context of innovation.
Great. So you've written this article and you've described a concept of the intelligent age. What does that mean?
Well, the intelligent age is the term that we use today to describe the current era of development, human development, which is marked by the integration of advanced technologies like artificial intelligence, big data, robotics, quantum computing, and autonomous system into every aspect of our lives, which differs from the information age, which was focused on digitalization and access to data.
Great. Okay, so when I think about the sort of the term intelligent age, when you think about human beings, childhood and adolescence is a really long process of acquiring information, but most importantly, the skills on how to gather, analyze, process, and integrate data. We learn how to check the quality of information and to develop evidence for our decision making. And most importantly, as human beings, we are accountable for or pay the price of those decisions. And the concern about AI is that increasingly we find out that it makes mistakes, it misinterprets data, and it frankly hallucinates, creates references that don't exist. And as yet, it doesn't have the ability to make judgments in that instinctive way that human beings do. So when you say the intelligent age, are you talking only about digital tech or the potential of how humans and AI together would create this transformation?
Well, like you said, when we think about human intelligence is a long formative process from children to adolescent to adults now. We don't just absorb information, but we actually question it, we evaluate evidence, and we also take responsibility for our experience or the way we make decisions. Accountability, really. Artificial intelligence, by contrast, they're not there yet. It's not there yet. The artificial intelligence can process a vast amount of data, but it actually mimics certain aspects of reasoning, but it lacks the human judgment. So AI systems don't actually take responsibility for whatever the output is or whatever they generate, because they don't understand the context or consequences like human beings do. So that's why in the intelligent age, it's not about integrating this AI system, but it's actually about educating humans to work with AI in a very wise way. So AI is fast and powerful, but human intelligence still brings that wisdom and accountability that the future depends on.
Great. So, I mean, I found that really interesting that you said, fast and powerful are the AI tools, but the human brings the judgment and the reasoning and wisdom. So I think that's a really great key message to give everyone. But what does this mean for the EPALE adult learning community, the learners themselves, the trainers and the educators? What do they need to do in order to rise to this challenge?
Well, we actually, adults, learners in general, whether they're educators or professionals, etc., we need to see this as a challenge, yes, but also as an incredible opportunity to reshape the way we learn. So in the intelligence age, I believe that learning is lifelong, is flexible, but is actually deeply rooted in real world problem solving. So as learner, we don't just gain knowledge, but we want people to develop skills like adaptability, creativity, critical thinking, and interdisciplinary collaboration. This is why the UIT campus comes in to help, because it's more than a platform, like I said before. It's actually a space for forward thinking and continuous learning. The courses offered range from AI, yes, how to use it, but actually how to use it ethically. Also, we offer courses on digital transformation, sustainability, and innovation. And these courses are actually modular, yes, they're accessible, and they're actually when the learners come here, they can actually tailor their learning experience to their pace and goals. So, and more importantly, the UIT campus is designed for inclusivity. So it supports professionals, educators, students, and also those ones that are just beginning with tech-related fields. And for a EPALE audience is important because can be a valuable resources for updating their own skills, but also to helping others navigating this age, basically.
Great. Thanks, Louisa, so much for joining us today. And I know this conversation will continue, and I look forward to building up a little bit more about this topic at the community conference in October.
Thank you.
And thank you, Louisa. This is a final reminder from me to say, hey, share your community story with us. The deadline is fast approaching, and we want this year's community storybook to really show off the amazing range of people and organizations that make up the EPALE online community. So that's all from me. Thank you so much. Goodbye. Have a wonderful summer break and see you in September. Bye.